Congratulations, you're about to send money to a whole other country. In the past, this might have required a long sea voyage, but it's going to take you mere minutes and you'll barely have to move. In this video, I'm going to explain how to do it. Because whether you need to send money to a friend or relative in another country or pay for something overseas, it's going to work pretty much the same way. Sending money internationally is pretty simple, but there are some traps to look out for. Banks and other traditional providers often charge hefty hidden fees to convert your money to another currency. But that's okay, because there are other providers like Wise who are very transparent about their fees and cost less. And I'm going to walk you through the whole thing step by step and let you know what to look out for. In 4 minutes, you're going to be an expert in sending money across borders. Before you actually get started, you'll need some basic info from your recipient, which is our industry term for the person or organisation you're sending money to. You'll need their full name or business name and their bank details. These details are slightly different for each currency. If you're sending money to your friend in Spain, you'll need their Euro bank details, a BIC number and IBAN. If you're sending money to the UK, you'll need a sort code and account number, etc., etc. You won't always need your recipient's address, but it's a good idea to get it because even if you don't need it, it may speed things up. I also recommend that you have a government-issued ID handy. Depending on how much you're sending and the country you're sending it to, you may have to verify your identity by uploading a selfie with your ID. These kinds of regulations help keep everyone's money and data safe. Very classy stuff. Now, let's move on to the action. The first thing you should know about sending money abroad is that you have many different options. You can go to a bank, either online or in person, or another traditional provider like Western Union, online or in person. Or you can go to a neobank or financial tech provider like Wise. These services are only online. But before you go to any provider, there's one thing you must do. Find out what your exchange rate should be. The exchange rate is simply how much one currency is worth in another currency. So if you're in the UK and you want to send money to your friend in Spain, you want to find out what the exchange rate is for converting pounds to euros. Fortunately, we live in the 21st century, so you can just Google it. Okay, now you have your exchange rate, you can calculate how much your friend in Spain should get if you send them pounds. If the exchange rate is £1 equals 1.17 euros and you send £100, your friend should get 117 euros. But here's where it can get a little tricky. Banks and other providers often highlight the fee they'll charge you to send money abroad, but the exchange rate they give you might be less clear. Make sure you find out the exchange rate because a lot of providers will add a hidden fee to it. Instead of giving you 1.17 euros for every pound, they might give you 1.10. So when you send £100 to your friend in Spain, they'll only get 110. And of course, the more you send, the larger this hidden fee becomes, and that's before any non-hidden fees they charge. Adding a fee to a rate is common practice, unfortunately, but not every provider does it. For example, at Wise, we apply the real mid-market rate, like the one on Google, to every transfer. We charge a very small fee, which we put right up front. As with most providers, the exact amount of our fee depends on how you pay your transfer. With Wise, you have the option of paying by credit or debit card, bank transfer or Swift payment. Bank transfer is usually the cheapest and Wise the most expensive. No matter how you choose to pay, Wise's real exchange rate combined with our low fee usually means your recipient gets more money. But you should shop around and do your own calculations. It's your hard-earned money. You shouldn't spend more than you have to, just to send it somewhere. And those are the ABCs of sending money abroad. As long as you look out for the exchange rate and take it into account with other fees, you'll be golden. Let's recap the key points one last time from the top. Number 1, get your recipient's bank details and address. 2, have your government-issued ID at the ready. Number 3, Google the exchange rate for the currencies you're sending between. Number 4, shop around a little, comparing the final amount your recipient will get with different providers. 5, pay the way that has the cheapest fee if you can. And number 6, subscribe to this channel to keep your international money skill sharp. Okay, that's a new point, but it's definitely key. Now go enjoy the modern movement of money.